I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give an F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. He shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy.
Welcome in. First week. Fantasy Football Live. We are here. Week 1 of the NFL has arrived. Spike, I see you in the chat. What's up? We finally made it to football. If you guys were in here last night, I streamed last night at I don't know, it was like 9 p.m. Eastern. So I'm sure some of you guys were in there, but you guys know what we do. We've done this show for I don't know, 5 years now. Answering all your last minute questions. We can go rapid fire. I don't have Anthony here to just incessantly talk about nonsense. So, look, we can get to the questions. Probably I'll be on here till like 11:40. So we got like 40 minutes of question answering. Then I'm going to head out. I'm going to update the projections one final time. My core plays are up. So if you guys are premium members, my core plays are up on the website. I think Matt has one of his up. Anthony's are up. Anthony's boarding a plane and he is texting me questions. He could just hop in the YouTube chat and ask me, but he is directly texting me. All right, so we're going to answer questions. If you guys have any questions, rapid fire, drop them in. We'll go through them. Frosty, what's up? Anthony, what's up? So basically, injury-wise, this was a weird week once. Like there was more injuries than typically I would say we're accustomed to in a week 1. Mark Andrews getting ruled out right when the stream ended last night. Mark Andrews was getting ruled out. We have, obviously Jerry Jeudy, I don't think is playing, so we'll consider Jerry Jeudy out. We will consider Devin Achane being a healthy scratch was surprising. I know he missed some time in preseason, but no Jeff Wilson Jr. for them. So it's really just Raheem Mostert and Salvin Ahmed. So Achane being out, that was a surprise to me. Raheem Mostert was already going to be one of the highest owned running backs on the slate, but projections across the industry, I'm sure, are even more bullish on Mostert now that Achane is a healthy scratch. So we're going to see some big-time ownership on Mostert today. CJ Trevino, OG of the chat, what's up? Good to be back for another year, CJ. Nathan, I'm adding one more survivor pool. I currently have Washington and Baltimore. I'm looking at either Seahawks or Falcons. I would lean Seattle over Atlanta. I just think that there's Atlanta will probably win because I don't have much confidence in the Carolina Panthers at this juncture, but I think there's more room for Atlanta to lose than Seattle. I could be completely wrong. Like I said this last night on the stream, but I have seen some people that I respect in the betting industry on Los Angeles Rams today, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. No Cooper Kupp. I liked Seattle before we had confirmation that Kupp wasn't going to play. So now we have no Cooper Kupp. I think their defense is going to be horrible. And they're on the road in Seattle. And I think Seattle is a good team. So I would go Seattle. I think Seattle is going to win today, for sure. Mitchell, what's up? Michael, what's up? Thinking of a trade, Mostert and Sanders for Kenny Walker and Jason. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like Miles Sanders much this year, season-long wise. So getting rid of him early before things go poorly would be a smart move, I think. So I would be in favor of that trade, yes. McVay's going to throw the kitchen sink today. He very well could, but I mean, what is this kitchen sink? I mean, they're going to be throwing the ball to Tyler Higbee. Tutu Atwell is legitimately my size, playing NFL receiver. And then Puka, I think, might be good, but he's a rookie. I mean, he's never played a game. So, like, what is the kitchen sink? Mike, what's up? Kevin, half PPR, Evans or Sutton. I think you go Cortland Sutton for sure, Kevin. Cortland Sutton averaged around 13 fantasy points per game last season when Jerry Jeudy was out. And when Jerry Jeudy was in, he didn't have very good numbers. So I think no Jeudy is a big help for Cortland Sutton. And I do trust his quarterback play a little bit more as well. Aaron Jones and FanDuel Cash. I think Jones is fine. I don't have much Aaron Jones today, weirdly. I ended up with 5 teams on DraftKings, 3 teams on FanDuel. Don't really have much Aaron Jones, but I think he's a good play. So if you want to play him in cash, I think that's fine. Your cash lineup is 1 under optimal. Jared, yes, that is correct. Correct. Is the premium karma still available to it? It is always available. You sign up now, you will still have access to the core plays. You have plenty of time. Someone just liked the stream. If you are in here, give a thumbs up on the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, it does help us out a little bit. Considering I have Charbonnet as well. Yeah, Brandon, I think that's even better than obviously because you kind of have the handcuff. And I do think if Kenneth Walker goes down, which he has been injury prone, Zach Charbonnet would be in a pretty good spot season-long wise. Favorite 3K receiver, YG regrets. I think for cash games, you play Marvin Mims at 3K, and you just don't think about it. For tournaments, I would be underweight on Mims since I do think he's going to be the highest owned. So for tournaments, probably Jaden Reed for me. But cash, Mims, tournaments, Jaden Reed. Scott, what's up? PPR, Kenneth Walker or Dalvin Cook or Khalil Herbert. I would say Kenneth Walker pretty clearly, I think. Dalvin, I mean, I saw that rap sheet report that he was going to get the bulk of the carries tomorrow. I think that probably is likely, but I think Kenneth Walker has a really good matchup today. Dotson or Van Jefferson and Flexion, I would take Jahan Dotson. Are we playing JJ today on FanDuel for tournaments? Sierra, man, another OG of this chat, has been in here every year since we started doing this Sunday morning stream. I am playing Justin Jefferson everywhere today. DraftKings, cash, tournaments, FanDuel, cash, and tournaments. I have a lot of Justin Jefferson today, so I would say yes. Do you think we beat the Pats today and Hurts has a big day? Yeah, so Mike, I've seen a lot of people that I respect on New England just looking at the splits. There's a big negative system betting-wise on teams that lost the Super Bowl the year prior in week 1. So I understand why the spread is only a few points, but I do think the Eagles will win. I just think they're the better team. And I do think Hurts will have a big day. So Hurts, historically, New England has really struggled the last few years against running quarterbacks. They play a lot of man coverage. And I think Hurts is going to have a big day. Both A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith have good matchups, especially with Jack Jones out for New England. So I do think Hurts is going to have a good day. And I do think the Eagles will ultimately win. I did see, Mike, though, it might rain, I saw. So that could be good for Hurts rushing. If it does rain. I saw that there's a chance of some rain. Jags Colts under 46. I actually like the over. I think that could shoot out, maybe. We'll see. That total's been creeping up, Mitchell. I think it's up almost to 47 now. I wouldn't be shocked if it hits 47 by the time the game starts. Still got 2 hours. Javonte Williams or Najee Harris, 1 point PPR. That is a tough one, Chris. I would actually take Javonte, I think. But that is a coin flip. If you were leaning Najee and then you asked me and you want to stick with Najee, that's fine. I think it's super close. But I think I would lean Javonte. Javonte had especially because it's full point PPR, Javonte had a really good receiving role in the preseason during the time he was out there. So I would lean Javonte. And I think that his matchup's a little bit better as well. Do you have a Sam Howell team? I did not end up with a Sam Howell team, I don't think. I have one. I've built 4 teams, and I'm going to build one after I get off here, update everything again, and then post some prize pick stuff in the Discord. So not sure if my last team will be Sam Howell or not, but I currently do not have one. Thanks, man. Another one, Ken Walker, Bucks D or Rashad Commanders. I would go for tournaments. I'd probably go second one. I have Rachaad White on one of my tournament teams. I think he's a pretty good play today. And I'm not worried. I mean, Commanders are going to be chalky, but I'm not worried about it. Anthony's asking me about Deion Jackson for his season-long team. If Anthony has to start Deion Jackson for his season-long team, he doesn't need to ask me questions about the team because I think we know what's going to happen. Are you laddering Watson rushing yards? That's actually an interesting theory. I've kind of thought about it. There was 2 spots. I was looking, maybe him rushing yards you could ladder. I think you could ladder Chris Olave receiving yards as well. I think has some merit, but I'll see when I get off the stream maybe. Z asks Jamal Williams for cash today. Yeah, I think you play Jamal in cash. I'm not going to play any Jamal in tournaments, but cash games, I think I'm just gonna take him. FanDuel cash likely over Higbee now. I think it's really close, but I would probably lean likely just because he's under 5K. Yes, Kevin. Jen Joseph, morning Ben. Who's your favorite GPP quarterback on FanDuel? I'm sticking with Geno. I've been on Geno all week. I've been on Geno since the pricing came out. I don't think people want to play Geno Smith because it's Geno Smith. And I think the Rams defense is going to be really, really bad. So I think Kenneth Walker is in a great spot. I think Geno's in a great spot. So I'm going to have plenty of both of those guys, but I don't think Geno's going to be high owned. So I'm going to stick with him. I have Geno on 2 of my 4 right now on DraftKings. I have Geno on my 555 on FanDuel. So I'm heavily invested in Geno today. Njoku or Juwan Johnson? That's tough. I think both those guys will be low owned. I would lean Njoku, I think, for tournaments, but I do like Juwan too. That's close. They're both going to be low owned. I would lean. I think Njoku is a little bit safer. Juwan is more of a touchdown or bust guy. Njoku, I do think, could catch 5 or 6 balls today. Great to see you in Carmen. Seeing back, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Ryan, in a Lawrence double stack, do you think you need to run back? I don't think you need to run back now. I don't think you need to run back. DraftKings cash, Lamar Titans or Hurts Commanders? Easily Hurts Commanders for sure. 100%. Do not fade Commanders in cash on DraftKings because it can't hurt you. If they don't do anything, it doesn't matter. And if they randomly score a touchdown, you're literally probably dead. Frank, what's up? Favorite cash receiver on DraftKings? Probably Justin Jefferson or Marvin Mims. I think you plug those 2 guys in and then you figure out the rest. Mims and Sutton together in DraftKings cash, okay? I think it's fine because Mims is 3K. I don't think I would do it, but I think it's fine. Someone else had asked if Mostert and Tyreek Hill are fine in cash together. Yes, 100%. Highest total of the week. 100%, that's fine. Yahoo week 1 with the biggest overlay ever, an annual tradition. Yeah, Frosty, I need to pay more attention to that. I just haven't had time, but I remember back in the day, you and I used to hit that pretty hard. Stephanie, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Favorite spread today, Anthony? So I have this live trends tool pulled up. This is one of the premium tools over at BetKarma. Gives you access to public betting percentages, where the money's coming in. Super useful tool. First thing I look at every single morning. And my favorite, man, it was Tampa Bay when it was. You could get some 6.5 6s on Tampa Bay early in the week. It's down to 5 now, so I don't like that as much. Might be Browns. If you can get a 2.5 on the Browns, I like the Browns a little bit. If you can get a 1.5 on Green Bay, I like it. But I don't know, man. This feels like a trap. This 5 points for Seattle, but I don't see how they don't dominate today. I really don't. There's so much. The fact that I don't know. I don't like betting on public dogs. New York Giants tonight are a public dog. So just do with that what you will. But there's a lot of money coming in on them, and I don't like to bet on public dogs typically in college or the NFL. Favorite DraftKings GPP receiver 41 or below? Probably Zay Flowers, Ryan Dolan. Probably Zay Flowers, but if you wanted to get super weird and you don't have Olave, you can use Rashid Shaheed maybe. Probably those two guys, though, for me. Jamar okay as a last piece in cash. I have too much money left over. 100%. Jamar Chase is completely fine in cash. PPR Lockett, Juju, Zay Jones, Adam Lazard. Lockett for me for sure of those guys. Favorite cash running back? Definitely Mostert, I think, on DraftKings. NHL's almost here. You should bring me back from BetKarma. Frank, reach out to Travis. Up 10 team besides Baltimore. Let me think on that one. Who do you like more today, Ayuk or Mike Williams? See, this is a tough question. I like both those guys. I think they're both going to be low owned. I don't think people will be clicking Mike Williams. The crowd that really weighs wide receiver cornerback matchups, like they don't like going against Xavier Howard, but Mike Williams dominated Xavier Howard when these two teams played last week. Mike Williams, I said last night on the stream, I don't worry about wide receiver cornerback matchup with Mike Williams. He's the best contested catch receiver in the NFL. So even if he is blanketed, he can still make just incredible plays. And he has obviously a huge ceiling at that price tag. I think the ceiling is probably a little bit higher on Mike Williams, but I like Ayuk too. I wrote about it in my article this week. He's very, very good against man coverage. Steelers are one of the most man-heavy defenses in the NFL. I think that if anyone plays someone from that game, they'll be playing Debo. So you're getting a little bit of leverage there. And I also think that the likelihood of someone just one-offing someone from that game is very unlikely because it's not a high total and no one's really playing anybody on the Steelers side. No one's going to play guys from that game. So that's really, really tough. I like both those guys. I have a lineup with Mike Williams and I have a lineup with Brandon Ayuk both. Melissa, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. DraftKings Cash 2v2, Eckler, Mike Williams, Ken Walker, Jamar. Second one for sure. I'm lower on Eckler. I'm not playing him this week. I know he's projecting well. Maybe it burns me, but I do not have Eckler. I would rather play Jefferson. I'd rather play Jamar. I'd rather even play Tyreek. Personally. Up 10 besides Baltimore. That is tough. I think Seattle, there's some merit to the up 10. Washington, maybe. And that is tough. These are weird games this week. For week one, I don't know. These games are weird, man. I really struggled to find like sides of the games I liked. Like I said, I took Indy earlier this week, but that line moved. I took Tampa Bay earlier this week. That line moved. I have a teaser I put in for premium members, but I really struggled to find sides of games I liked this week, honestly. Super weird week. Super ugly week. Are you playing Mostert? In cash games, yes. Tournaments, it's really tough. It's really, really tough. I wanted to be really low on him in tournaments, but with this A-Chain news, I think that makes it a more difficult decision because he's really going to be high owned now. Gun to my head, I'll probably have him in cash and not much in tournaments. But he is going to be very, very chalky. Unfortunately. It's really not the best of spots, though. I know that you can run on the Chargers, but I mean, they're 3-point road dogs cross country. And obviously, Terran Armstead is much more of a pass blocker. It's much more of a liability on the passing game than the running game with him out, but he is out. Like, that's still a big piece for them missing on the offensive line. And if they get down, it's like you kind of wonder, there's range, like there's a range where he just gets you like 11 points, and that's what you get. So I don't know. Cash games you have to play him, especially on FanDuel. He's literally free on FanDuel. I don't know what they were doing. His price is very, very low on FanDuel. So you have to play him in cash, I think. But tournaments, I think I'm going to be lower owned. Flowers or Dotson? I like Zay Flowers, I think, but that's very close. I like both those guys. Richardson versus House, so close for me cash. I agree, it's close. The problem for me when I was building my teams, it's like I didn't have to go down to Sam Howell, It was like you could build your cash lineup and like what are you going to do with that extra money? Like there really wasn't anything I wanted to do with it. On a normal week, I think it would be pretty clearly Sam Howell, but you just don't need the money. Do you like Dobbins better on FanDuel or DraftKings? He's always a better FanDuel play, I think, because he's not going to provide you much in the passing game. Although Matt is very, very bullish on the fact that he thinks Dobbins is going to be involved in the passing game more this year. So we'll see what happens. We haven't seen them play. But typically for me, he's a better FanDuel than DraftKings guy. Thoughts on Amari Cooper, Melissa? I like Amari Cooper today. I have him in my Watson team on maybe on both. I definitely have him in my Watson team on DraftKings. I like Amari Cooper today. Pricing on Yahoo soft. I'll post my card. Yeah, you can drop it in the Discord, Frosty. Do you like Jamal Williams or B-Rob better for DraftKings cash? Definitely Jamal, I think. Just play him and move on. You don't have to play him in tournaments, but yeah. Let's see. Anthony just tagged everyone in Discord. What could this message be? What do you guys think? Sprinting home on this flight to get home hopefully by 1:30. Anthony's the only person in the world that's on a plane when it's week 1 of the NFL. Devonta Smith or Olave crushing today? Oh, Devonta Smith and Olave. A-Tram, 100% agree. Love both those guys. I have Devonta on my Hertz team on FanDuel, and I have a lot of Olave. Olave is one of the players I'm most overweight on today, I think. So hopefully he has a good game. Can you stack Walker with Geno? Probably not, in my opinion. I think that you just play one or the other. So I have teams with Walker and I have teams with Geno. So that's kind of how I'm playing it. I almost think Hal should be 56. I agree. Honestly, the pricing should probably be flipped between those two. Richardson should probably be 5K and Hal should be 56. I agree with that. It's just unfortunate that that's how it worked out. And like I wanted to play Hal. It's just like I couldn't find something I liked. There was one build I had with Hal earlier in the week that I liked for cash, but it was like $100 off being able to get Kenneth Walker over Jamal Williams. And it would have been – that was with Musgrave at tight end. Now with the Andrews news, like you have to play Likely, so it wouldn't be able to work regardless. But that was the only time I was playing with a Howell build. Herbert, Deion Jackson versus Richardson, Mostert, DraftKings. If it's cash games, definitely the second one. If it's tournaments, you can do the first one. Watson, Joker stacks. Yeah, I have Njoku on my DraftKings Watson team. And with this Likely news, literally nobody's playing David Njoku. So he's a really, really good tournament play, I think. What defense do you like instead of the chalk? Yeah, if you want to get off Commanders on DraftKings, I like Seattle. So you could go Seattle with Kenneth Walker as like a stack. You could go all the way up to Baltimore if you want to get super weird, but it's really tough to get a 4K defense on DraftKings. Chargers, I think, are a sneaky one. My favorite one would be Seattle with Walker paired together, but I think you could do Chargers for a low-owned one. And Matt Stafford, I'm pretty sure this is a thing, but Matt Stafford throws a lot of pick sixes. I think that's a thing. Mostert and Jamal still okay in single entry stuff? Yeah, I think so for sure. Sutton or Ayuk DraftKings tournaments? I would go Ayuk. I do think Sutton's going to be pretty popular. That's like a question mark I've had. I can't figure that out because Mims is definitely going to be popular. So, I mean, people aren't going to be playing Mims and Sutton together, I don't think. But Sutton should be popular at that price. But I would still go Ayuk. Ayuk, there's a very real chance that 1 o'clock comes and Brandon Ayuk is like 30% owned, which is a really, really good play, I think. Hal Eckler worked for me. Yeah, you could do that, I guess. I never really played around with Eckler, so that's probably why I was having some issues. McLaurin or London? London kind of looks like he might get some ownership. I don't know. I'm lower on the Falcons today. I guess I would take Terry, maybe. I like Madison and Aaron Jones. Yeah, Madison, I think, is a very, very good play in tournaments. Jones, I can't figure out. I wrote it in my article. I can't figure out where his ownership's going to end up. I think he's fine, but I don't really have any of him. But Madison, I think, is a very good play. I think he's on my main tournament team I posted for DraftKings. Very good play. Olave or McLaurin, I think it's Olave for sure. Best spend up cash quarterback, Jalen Hurts for me. I lean Hurts over Lamar, especially with Andrews out. Like, that does affect Lamar negatively, I think, a little bit. So I would go Hurts if you're spending up in cash. Touchdown call. I gave out in the Discord for premium members, I gave out 2 anytime touchdown parlays. If I was just picking somebody to score a touchdown, that's tough. I'll give a chalky pick, and then I'll give a low-owned pick. So for a chalkier pick, I mean, Justin Jefferson is scoring a touchdown today, but that's too easy. So we'll say we'll say Chris Olave scores, and then for just a flyer, we'll say David Njoku scores. Season-long PPR, Hollywood, Zay Flowers, or JSN? I think you go Zay with no Andrews. I mean, Hollywood I just can't trust with his injury. And, I mean, he's going to have, I would assume, pretty bad quarterback play as well. So I don't want to trust that. And then Zay versus JSN, I think JSN could easily outscore Zay, but there is still question marks about the wrist. Whereas Zay, it's like wheels up, especially with no Andrews. Pierce or Mostert, if it's cash games, Mostert. GPPs, you could play Pierce, but I still think I'd lean Mostert. I don't know. I'm a little bit lower on Pierce. You're still playing Likely in GPP. Yeah, I think he's still fine for sure. Is it not a good idea to play Chubb and Elijah Moore tournaments? I wouldn't play them on the same team. I think it'd be one or the other. I think they're both fine plays, but I would not play them together. I'd rather flex likely than Mims. Yeah, that's a tough one. Mims is going to be so owned on DK. I don't really see why you would want to play it in tournaments. Jordan Addison for single entry GPP correlating with Rashad. Yeah, I think that's fine. No one's going to play him. And just grabbing him or Madison on a team you don't have Jefferson, I think is a good move. And I think it's very likely that game shoots out. Season-long Burks or JSN PPR. That is tough. I think most people would say Burks, but I would take JSN, I think. Njoku or Higbee? Cash games. I mean, cash games, it's Higbee, but I don't see how you could be playing Higbee and cash on DraftKings with his price. So if it's DK, I guess Njoku. If it's FanDuel, definitely you could play Higbee and cash. I would still lean Higbee, cash, Njoku tournaments. $20 Yahoo GPP's 50% full 100K to first. I might look at it if I have time, but I doubt I'm going to have time. All right, if you guys have any last-minute questions, get them in. Typically, I'll probably go till like noon on this, but I need to update some stuff. So I'll stay on for another 4 or 5 minutes. We'll go rapid fire. If you guys have any last-minute questions, drop them. If not, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Like I said, my core plays are up. If you want to see who I'm playing in my lineups today, Matt, who has won hundreds of thousands of dollars, Anthony, Spike, everybody, all our analysts, dfskarma.com/premium. You still have time to sign up. Season-long PPR pick 2, Madison, James Cook, Mostert. Madison and Mostert, I think. For sure. DraftKings cash Ridley or Keenan Allen. I think Ridley at this point, which I can't believe I'm saying, because when we did the first look video on Monday or whatever that was, or last Friday, I think me and Anthony did it. I was pretty firm that I wanted to play Keenan Allen, but yeah, I think Ridley if you're picking one for cash. We also have several betting tools available to you guys on BetKarma. My full betting card is up as well. Yesterday went up 14 units on college football. Absolutely smashed. We have this live trends tool you can access. We have a moneyline predictor, which has been on fire for all sports. You can see right here. We have sleeper projections. We have prize picks projections, underdog, everything. We got you guys covered on top of the premium plays in Discord. Cordell Patterson inactive. Yeah, I kind of thought he was going to be inactive. Can you play Lockett, Jackson Smith with Geno? Yes, you can definitely double Geno however you want. If you want Metcalf, Lockett, Metcalf, JSN, Lockett, JSN, whatever you want to do. But, yeah. JSN is literally going to be 1% on Mitchell. So we are going to definitely get some nice ownership on him. If he gets in the end zone, it's wheels up. I have my team with him is just, it's so funny, the team I made that has him on it. What do you think of the Colts running backs? Does Richardson check down running backs? No, I don't think. If he, I think they're definitely going to run a committee. I think Evan Hall is the best running back they have. So that's kind of the guy I would look at maybe if I was going to take a shot on someone. I think Evan Hall is better than Deion Jackson. So I would maybe take a shot on him, but it's pretty gross. Jamal Williams cash, Jamal Williams, just play him in cash, move on, and figure out the rest. I have 0 Jamal Williams in tournaments, however. All right, if you guys have any further questions, I will be in the Discord. It's free to get in the Discord. Go to betkarmachat.com. Click the chat room link on BetKarma somewhere. Click that. Sync your account to your free account. You'll get the channels opened up. You won't have access to the premium channels, but you'll still have the free channels. You can tag me in there. So if you guys have any further questions, I will be in there the rest of the morning. I'm going to go update the projections and answer questions in the Discord. So good luck with your bets, props, teams, DFS teams. Good luck. I'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. live stream, 3 o'clock here on the YouTube channel. We'll recap today. We'll talk Monday Night Football, all that good stuff. Is J.K. Dobbins a good play? Yes. I think he's a great tournament play. But good luck in week 1. Hopefully you guys win. Hopefully I win. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m.